Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling. Should we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today? We'll be relaxing as per usual, you know. Yeah, what should we talk about? I don't know. Got no clue, mate. I'm just here vibing. I'm just having a good time. That sounds like it's a quote from something, and if it is, I don't know what it's a quote from. I'm just kind of saying, I randomly zoomed out, kind of saying random stuff and seeing what sticks, really. I started recording. I've recorded the first episode of a new game replacing Everhood, which is coming out on Thursday. But yeah, what else? Good evening, everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 8:18 PM on Tuesday, February 18th, 2025. Kix is here. We love Kix, which is why I haven't spoken to him for years. Yeah. Oh, you know what I can talk about, and I actually completely forgot about. I didn't end up talking about this. What I did on Sunday. Why didn't I talk about this yesterday? I'm not really sure, but anyway. What I was gonna say is that I can't remember what well, okay, but long and short of it is the fact that I went with some friends to a concert on Sunday, and the concert was for someone called James Blunt, who I don't know his songs that well, mind you, but you might know him as well from the song You're Beautiful, which was really popular 20 years ago or so. Let me see, when did it come out? Maybe it wasn't that long ago. And it goes, I'll sing it for 2004, so I was 7 when it came out, my word. Oh wait, it was about 20 years ago, that is genuinely crazy. But anyway, it's the one that goes, how does the chorus go? You're beautiful, it's true, I saw your face in a crowded place, I didn't know what to do, 'cause I'll never be with you. It starts also with the lyrics, my life is brilliant, my love is pure, I saw an angel, of that I'm sure. I'm not going to sing a whole song for you, sorry, but it's, yeah, I mean, it's a very good song. I like that song a lot when I was younger, mind you. When I was 7. But it's crazy to think how long ago it was, to be honest. But yeah, I liked it a lot when I was younger. And as I got older, I never realised that he actually put out more music, to be honest. But one of my friends does like James Blunt quite a lot. And basically, like, this was like, it was a birthday gift. It was a long time in the making. Where basically, like, a year ago or something, a friend was like, a different friend was like, oh, you know, this would be a great birthday gift for this friend. And we were all like, it's not even your birthday yet. It's a year until like his birthday. This is way, way far in advance. But we bought it anyway because it was, well, it would have been and was a great idea for a birthday present. Just some tickets to a James Blunt concert, because he's, I don't know, like, how much of his tour he was, but he had a few days of playing in London, and it was a cool time, to be honest. So I only know You're Beautiful, like, all the way through. I also know a little bit of, 1973? Simona, something, da 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 da. Now back in 1973, say here we go again. Something like that. There were some other songs I recognised from, like, when my friends put them on, like, on the radio or something, or maybe I heard them passively and didn't even realise they were James Blunt. But I can't remember what they were off the top of my head, to be honest. I will say, oh no, Postcards. That is one I think I vaguely heard before, or I don't know if I actually heard it before, or if I just listened to it and was like, I really like the song. But that was actually probably my favourite song of a concert. Where it goes like, sending postcards to your heart and something. I can't remember how it goes, but something like that. Postcards? James Blunt. I was gonna search wiki instead of lyrics for some reason. I'm sending postcards from my heart. Your love for a postmark. Then I can't remember how it goes, but it was really nice. It was like on the ukulele, 2013, 12 years ago. But yeah, I'm not sure what else to say about the concert. It was in the O2 Arena, which is a pretty decently sized arena. I don't know what capacity is for O2 Arena, like 15,000? O2 Arena capacity? 20,000, okay. Yeah, and I mean, like, it's not, certainly, I'm not a stranger to going to the O2. Like, last time, where did we go last time? We went to see Ramesh, of course, the comedian, for a friend's birthday, I think. When was that? I don't even remember when it was. December, maybe? Was it that friend's birthday? Who even knows? Anyway, the long and short of it, we went to the O2 to watch James Blunt have a concert. We had seated tickets, which was nice. Seated tickets are like wild for a concert because like half the time people are standing up anyway. I guess it just means for the slow songs people sit down, or for the songs which aren't, you know, the low point, not the low points, but like the casual songs in between, people sit down just to like have a break or whatever. But yeah, was it the best concert I've ever been to? No, I do think both Coldplay and Taylor Swift were definitely better. Just because of a sense of grandeur, and I'm going to be honest, sense of grandeur does mean something to me, I think, for the sense of a concert, because while I'm not super invested in the performers to the same degree that my friends may or may not be, I at least enjoy the spectacle of it, like the set design, the costumes, things like that which go on are all very exciting for me, personally. Yeah, so I mean that's why that one works well. But I enjoyed how earnest it was, you know. And if anything, I think he's like living quite a sort of aspirational life as an artist or something, right? Like he made songs like back in his like 20s, 30s or whatever, and he's still, you know, touring to his day in his 50s or something. That's crazy. That sort of staying power, artistically, is something I think that people would love to have. Like your generational name, talent, even. People like remember you from years to years. Like he even like put like, you know, did a bit of crowd work or whatever, speaking to the audience, and he was like, oh yeah, you know, make a cheer if you know you listened to my first album when it was released or whatever. And like you hear a load of probably people in their like 40s or whatever go like, whoa. And then there was also like, you know, can I hear a cheer as well if your parents are what you're a fan of me because your parents made me listen to you or something. And then a huge amount of people went whoa as well. So, you know, very cross sort of generational. I was even thinking about the fact that in front of us was sitting like what I assumed was like a mother and daughter, both bonding, I suppose, over James Blunt. I think it was very cute to have a sort of like generational reach. Because if you have a concert I've been to, again, I feel like concerts is only something that I recently. Okay, well, the sort of like music concerts, not like orchestral concerts. I've been to orchestral concerts like quite a few times, but these sort of music concerts are only something I've only been doing recently, mainly because my friends it's like, you want to come? And you know, I guess at one point I was like, yeah, sure, I actually know this band, let's go. And then I was like, wait a minute, this is actually kind of sick. I should have been doing this a lot more often. To be fair to myself, I don't think a teenage me would have liked a music concert all that much, but probably I should have started doing it when I was like 18 or something. I probably would have had a good time. I just don't think there's many musical artists which I would have felt much motivation to go to a concert for. Not because I don't necessarily like the music, but more so that I don't really know a lot of their music very well. And James Blunt isn't one, but you can still vibe out and have a good time. I just feel like, you know, like compared to someone like Taylor Swift where I can actually sing the lyrics, or Blackpink where I like at least kind of know the tune and how it goes. And James Blunt, a lot of them was like, I don't really, you know, I feel like it's a shame that I don't have the same level of passion that I can't sing along to the songs too, you know? And that's kind of what I mean, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Yeah, again, it's not like a grand loss or anything. I'm happy for people who are singing along, having a wonderful time, being like, yes, this is it, my heart's being moved. If anything, I'm saying it's more of like a, not failure, I think that's perhaps a bit strong, but more like me missing out, being like, oh yeah, I'm not here singing along the lyrics as well, because I don't know the lyrics. I don't even know what the song is necessarily. But yeah, I mean, I had a good time. Excuse me, I said this before, like with the other concerts as well. I like being in a group or crowd of people who are all more passionate necessarily than I am about whatever's going on. That way is easy to get hyped. Well, okay, maybe hype. Maybe that's not necessarily true, because I think back to a time that we watched a football game in like Spain or something, and I had no interest in what was going on. I guess I need at least a little bit of investment, and I can get invested in music. I can't get invested in sport. As my, well, not all sports, some sports I think here and there. I guess football just never really was one that invested me too much. But yes, I had a good time. Like, I think my favourite moment was, I don't even know what song it was, so I can't even tell you what it was, but there's some song which had like a slow like bridge or whatever, then it had like a really hype like ending question mark chorus, where he was just like, everyone get down, get down, get down, because everyone was standing up like vibing out, having a good time, but he was like, oh, everyone get down, sit down on the chairs, etc., get low or whatever, and then he started like hyping it, bridging up, and like the climax of the final chorus or whatever, he was like, jump, and everyone just like jumped in the air, and I had a great time jumping as well, to be honest. I think just jumping and like dancing is fun. And you might be like, maybe you should go to a club, and the answer is fair. Like, maybe I should go to a club again. But also maybe I'm too old for clubs now, which sounds weird because I'm probably not even like I think 20s is probably like the last sort of time you really go to a club. I think when you're like in your 30s you probably don't really go anymore. Well, that's not necessarily true. I think you can probably go to different clubs, really, right? Anyway, and maybe that is true. Maybe I should. Anyway, that was probably my favourite part of a concert. There was the opening act as well. The people who sang the modern rendition of Dancing in the Moonlight, which is the only song I know from them, and I only know that lyric. Was it Top Loader? No, that's an OG one, is it? Wait, maybe it was Top Loader. Oh yeah, I think it was Top Loader. That looks about right. I was looking at the main guy. I was like, that doesn't look right at all. He didn't have this like long curly sort of hair, but this one is like, he cut his hair quite short, and I'm like, okay, that looks about right to me. Dancing in the moonlight, which again is not a song I knew very well, so I couldn't even sing. I could sing out one line, but I was like, wow, I've actually genuinely never heard the rest of the song before. Which again is more of an indictment for me rather than for anyone else. And I do want to make that, I think, like evidently clear. It's not me pointing fingers being like, oh, you know, maybe if they were more popular than I would. No, it's more like, maybe I should be listening to more music. And to be fair, there was a time recently where I was just like, you know, I'll listen to the Spotify playlist of the top songs of 2024. And I was going to do it more. I was going to listen to like the top songs of 2025 or whatever, but then I couldn't find, I didn't look very hard, mind you. I couldn't find like the playlist, which was like, oh yeah, here are the top popular songs. It keeps recommending me songs kind of like ones I've listened to. And I'm like, that makes sense because that's what I've listened to before. But I just need like a top radio, not just a pop, but like of all genres or something. Maybe that just one doesn't exist because they always divide it by genres. I'm like, no, just give me the top songs which people are listening to at the moment. Give me, you know, the normie starter pack, as I say. if I wanted to put it in the weirdest way possible. You know what I mean, right? For too long, I've been staying out of the mainstream. Not really by choice, and not really by snobbery, just more like out of inaction or anything. But, you know, listening to the summer songs, I'm just like, yeah, you know, I kind of dig it. I kind of vibe with it. It's not something I would want to listen to, necessarily, all the time. All the moments. Because I think there's songs that I want to like not concentrate on, but like the songs which make me think about specific things, like evoke certain stories in my mind, and the songs which are just like good listening, you know, just something nice to have on the background. And the entire time I've had like both of them interwoven and together, but now it's sort of just like, you know, why does it need to be? There is room to grow. So anyway, James Blunt, pretty cool concept for the scale of it as well. Would I, you know, I don't mean that in a way that's meant to be disparaging to him. I did genuinely think it's cool. I don't know how to say it in a way which doesn't make me sound like I'm trying to be like belittling. I'm genuinely not. I just sound like that, to be honest. But yeah, I thought it was a really cool time, to be honest, and I enjoyed it. I'm glad I went. What else is there to even say about it? Like, this is where I'd probably like talk about the songs or whatever. What was my favourite song or part? But I already said my favourite part, and I already said my favourite song, so I'm kind of out of luck now. That's kind of like it, isn't it? But yeah, I don't know. I didn't really have much else to say for that. It was just a nice time. I'm trying to remember other things I thought were particularly cool. I liked from the concert. There was some merch, a lot of monkey merch. Oh yeah, there was also some really weird stuff at the beginning, where for some reason, his marketing team or whatever decided to market his merch by basically having AI photos of famous people wearing his merch. And you might be like, that doesn't sound too bad. It sounds a bit weird, if anything. And it was weird, mainly because the people were like political leaders. Like, no joke, it was like Trump. There was like Keir Starmer, Zelensky. Who else was there? King Charles. There was Elon Musk and like his fake robot thing. And I was just like, what? I was like, is this really the direction you want to go to with your advertising campaign? I assume it was meant to be tongue-in-cheek. Well, at least I give a benefit of doubt that it was tongue-in-cheek. But I was like, this is really weird. But yeah, apart from that, you know, I think it was a good time. I didn't get any merch or anything. I just sort of walked in, had a good time with a concert, got home. And honestly, it wasn't actually that bad leaving either, mind you, because normally leaving concerts is an absolute nightmare. Like, leaving a Taylor Swift concert was absolute, not disaster, but there was so many people. It was a ridiculous amount of people. This was like 15,000, so it was still quite a lot of people, but I guess it wasn't that bad in the end, was it? Could have been worse. All things considered. All things considered. But yeah. I guess I'm at now around this episode of here. I don't really have much else to say. I guess You're Beautiful is probably what I'll title this thing. So, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope we see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time. Bye-bye for now.